What's up, guys? Welcome back. Confirmation. Welcome back to Papi's YouTube channel. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, where we speak the truth, where you could be yourself, where I could be myself. Here we've created a small little family, that I'm so grateful for. Here I've expressed everything that's happened, I've exposed people, I've helped people, and we continue to do that, right? The whole point is so everyone can reach a level where they're able to be themselves, and where they're able to prosper, and where they're able to not have any anxiety, not have any depression, not have any of that, because that's not what a human being's nature is, right? But through your spiritual awakening, through meditation, really, it is how you're able to heal those feelings that are only caused by your ego, right? When you're truly connected, when you're connected to God, when you're connected to the universe, you don't feel any of that stuff. That is what that moment of meditation brings. That time of just silence, where your mind is not, working. It's not letting you be anxious. It's not letting you be depressed. It's not letting you be sad. Instead, it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. When we want to silence it, it's being silenced to allow spirit, to allow God, right? That light principle within all of us to give us more energy, to give us more insights, to give us more knowledge and wisdom. Dang, is that how we're gonna start the video today? It was such a deep talk. In other words, or is that how you say that phrase? I don't know, I'm from the island of Cuba. In other words, right, we already know the new moon is tonight. So be aware. Be aware of who calls you, who tries to have conversations with you, especially tonight. That's when all these witches and low vibrational people, and narcissistic people like Anthony Marquez and Mark Amarena and Freddie Marcos Ramirez decide, to get together with all of their little, flying monkeys and do incantation because they think they're like witches from movies and Netflix and TikTok. No, they're none of that. Instead, they're getting karma left and right, and they're sick left and right with bad health, facing prison. So let's be aware. It's better to not engage with any of those people, especially tonight, But they usually start their rituals like 2 days before, 3 days before, 3 days after. That's when the new moon energy can be felt, like 3 or 2 days before the actual new moon, which is today, and then 2 or 3 days after, and then it just stops. But we have to be aware, right? There's people that think that they're these like magical beings. Instead, they're dibbling and dabbling in low vibrational spiritual practices, which the universe does not allow. And why? Because you're trying to change someone's free will. You're trying to alter it. You're trying to manipulate it with all of these rituals and like getting their underwear and thinking about them and incanting their name and getting their nails and just putting it in jars and doing death magic and love me spells because you want to be loved and you want to be sexually attracted to that person, and when you're not, and come to me spells so people can reach out. Like, all of that is nonsense. That is low vibrational spiritual practices, and there's a lot of people currently in this world that think that is okay. We got the 3 of Fire. So you have goals of yourself. You want to expand. You have a vision of where you've always wanted to be. But let's get another card to clarify it. Right. And you realize that as long as you, confirmation, don't take any action, there's not going to be any improvement. Right. To get to this destination, you have to take action, and you have to take the steps that it takes for you to get out of whatever situation you were at, right? So you could be closer to that vision that you've always had in your head. And maybe that new place where you're going to have more opportunities business-wise, it's also going to bring in a new kind of love, one that is not based on trauma bonding, on cheating, on jealousy, on hatred. No, right? Because you've realized that is not good for you. You've realized the amount of conflict and drama and chaos that it brings. You've realized that if you've been around Anthony Marquez and Freddie Marcos Ramirez and Mark Amarena, which all they do is steal and commit fraud and crimes and steal identities and gossip to create lies and illusions and portray a fake persona of themselves on social media so people could like them. But then behind the scenes, they're over there stealing, creating a bank account with my name on it, illegally made, and depositing something that belongs to me there that was supposed to be given to me a long time ago by Mark, and he hasn't given it to me, right? But come on, why wouldn't they want to give me that money? Because that is a life insurance policy money that they illegally opened under my name, and that's why they created all of these lies and illusions and chaos and conflict. But look at them. They're the ones with court dates and coming back and forth and stressed out and sick, health-wise, physically and mentally, because that's what they've been doing this whole last year. And you know better now, right? You know what a karmic relationship is, and you don't want that anymore. You're tired of that. You've realized what true love is, and that is taking you on a new adventure, because you need balance in your life, right? Now you understand that if you're working too much and you're concentrated on your money too much, then when you get home, you're gonna want love. You're gonna want, look how the sun came out. You're gonna want nourishing from your spouse, a true loving spouse that doesn't cheat on you, that doesn't try and do black magic to try and keep you there even though you don't want to be there, like Anthony Marquez, who presents people to be the spiritualist, but he's not. No, you've realized how karmic and how jealous and how bitter and how malicious Anthony is. He looks like those big bullies, like from school, like a bulldog, trying to like create all of this chaos and conflict and smear my name throughout this whole last year. Because that's what he is. He is malicious. He is evil. Nature does not like him. God does not like him for everything that he's been doing. Not only to me in this physical 3D world, but spiritually. Which is why he is sick, physically and mentally. Which is why he is facing everything he's facing along with Mark Amarena and Freddie Marcos Ramirez. And that is not balance. And you've sought wise counsel. You've asked the universe and you've asked God for signs to show you, and they've shown you those signs. And now what's different is that you're not ignoring them anymore. You're actually paying attention, and you're seeing things for what they really are. And now you're walking. See the girl walking to the angel? You're walking away from all that negativity, all that chaos and conflict. Because that made you realize a lot. That whole situation made you realize who was really your friend, who wasn't, who was stealing from you, who wasn't, right? Because throughout this whole time, they were acting like they were giving you love, but no, that is emotional manipulation. They were sticking swords in you, creating blockages and illusions in your head so you wouldn't walk away. And because you're walking away, it's going to be time to celebrate with someone that you actually want to celebrate with. Someone who deserves to be by your side. Someone who's going to empower you. And that could be a friend, a new friend. It could be a new love, romantic. It could be a new business partner. Whatever your heart desires, that's what's coming next, because you're walking away. We did a whole little story there and it was amazing, but I want to get some, and we've already gone into great detail about those cards. At the bottom of the deck we got Justice, and we haven't read Justice, so let's read about Justice. Fairness, the law, karma, what we were just talking about. You know, something that these people could get away with in court. It's all of the spiritual warfare that sent my way this whole last year. All of these rituals that were done against me, incanting my name. They could get away with that in physical court, this 3D court. They're not getting away with the identity theft, fraud, the online harassment, all of the character defamation, right? Defamation of character that they've done against me, because there's proofs of all that. Video footage too as well, text. They can't get away with that. What they can get away in physical court is all of the spiritual attacks that were done against me this whole last year, right? I mean, not really, because they have been paying for rituals and stuff, so that is proofs, but that does not go unnoticed in the spiritual court. Spiritual court sees that. The same thing as you physically hitting someone. Which is why these people are now sick. They all have sexually transmitted diseases. Right? One's leg is rotting and has to be removed. Anthony Marquez. Because if not, it's just going to rot in the rest of his body. But people don't understand the consequences of throwing magic at people without you knowing the skills that they have. Even if they're not protected, but come on, they were doing it to me, which is why everything is happening how it's happening. And that is just, you get what you deserve, right? Look at me. I haven't sent any attacks. Not even physically, nor spiritually to anybody, which is why I'm in the position that I am today. And that says it all. Fairness, the law. That is why when you're in the law, in the justice system, you need to make sure you have all the facts. Not what these lawyers, these bribed lawyers that people pay so they could just talk nonsense. No. You need to see beyond the veil, beyond what it is they're saying. You need to confirm things. Right? That is fairness. When you make decisions in life, you can't go based just on what your head is telling you, because your head could be telling you to support someone who is hurting somebody else. No. You have to be wise and use your intellect and your heart to make decisions that will allow you to be fair in any case. And that is what anyone should do, If you're hurting someone, that person should not be allowed to continue to bully, to harass, to illegally spy on people, to illegally create lies. No. That is when justice comes in, physically or spiritually, into that person's life, and they get what they get. justice. You have absolutely nothing to worry about. Rest assured that only fair and honest decisions will be made when you receive this card. So if there's been any injustice in your life lately, continue to be who you are. Continue to not let that change your heart and make you evil and try to do something in revenge. No. Continue to grow, continue to evolve. Their justice will come. And that is looked, and that God in the universe sees that. And they're like, wow, this person is aware of everything that these people are doing to them. But yet they choose to still thrive, to still learn more, to still evolve, to still grow, to continue to become a better person and continue to help others, while at the same time they're expanding. While these people like Anthony Marquez and Mark Camarena and Freddie Marcos Ramirez continue to create all of this drama and illusions and chaos, because they're trying to get something that does not belong to them. They're trying to get Ray's money. And look at Ray, so focused on his craft, so focused on what it is that he needs to be doing, and look at him sharing his knowledge and wisdom with everybody now. And that's what Ray's been doing, which is why you see the justice right now. You see the justice on Anthony Marquez's life. You see the justice on Mark Camarena's life. You see the justice on Freddie Marcos Ramirez's life. You see that. But that is what they deserve. And then you see the justice on my end. And peace and harmony. Learning and evolving and sharing people. Two sides. If events have had you feeling anxious and uneasy, take heart. Embrace your personal power and stand up for your beliefs so that things can develop in a way that will bring you peace. And the first justice that should be taken should be justice from you, the human being living, the spiritual being living a human experience, right? If you know that someone is being hurt, if someone is being harassed, if someone is being illegally accused of things, you should take that upon yourself and be a good human being and do what needs to be done to protect that person that has not done anything to these people. If you realize that you are being emotionally manipulated, if you're being manipulated, period, if you're being talked down upon, if you realize that you yourself are being abused verbally or physically or emotionally abused, you should stand up for yourself and want better for yourself and decide to end those situations. You should bring justice, righteous justice down. There's a B right in my camera. Because what else are you going to do? Are you going to continue to allow that disrespect to yourself, to your soul, from these people around you? No. That is how you end karmic cycles. That is how you break generational curses. That is how you become closer to God, to the universe, closer to yourself, and closer to your life purpose, closer to everything you've always wanted. If others have been unfair to you, we're just talking about this, know that the universe and the angels will shed light upon the matter. Spiritual court, what we're just talking about. Nothing goes unnoticed. Especially, not what Anthony Marquez, and not what Marta Marena, and not what Freddie Marcos Ramirez did. And not only to myself, but confirmation, but because I was able to dismantle them and been able to present physical evidence, like the bank account that they opened under my name, with the life insurance policy under my name, with all the false police reports under my name, with all of the written text messages that they've had with people, with friends, like manufacturing lies with photoshopped photos and fake videos that it's not me. I was able to shed light on that situation. And because I did that, now the light is shining on everything else that they did. Because you think I was the first person that they were trying to do all this to? No. Anthony Marquez has done this in the past to his previous partner. Getting married for money. Love scams. Mark Camarena has been committing tax fraud, has been trafficking drugs, ketamine. Freddie Marcos Ramirez has been trafficking kids, which is why that baby that I made the video of is missing, and he is responsible for it. Meaning that not only did I shed light on things that were being done to me, but things that were being done to others. That is amazing. What a great life purpose. And the situation will be healed. If you find yourself in a position to decide what is right or wrong, then let love be your guide. Right? If you can't decide with your heart. That is why let love. Because love is the highest energetic frequency. Meaning, don't ignore the love that you feel for someone that maybe has been hindered by lies and illusions. Because you were too focused on what other people will think of you. Therefore, you abandon your heart, which is why now you're in situations that you're regretting. So moving forward, always lead with your heart. Speak with your heart. Base your decision not just on the letter of the law, but also on the spirit of kindness, balance, and understanding. Right? Not only base your decisions on what is correct lawfully, meaning that you're not supposed to be stealing from people, that you're not supposed to be committing fraud, that you're not supposed to be defaming people's character and trying to ruin people's reputation falsely. Meaning you're not supposed to be doing everything that Anthony Marquez, Mark Camarena, and Freddie Marcos Ramirez have been doing to me, because that is illegal by law. But also make decisions that are based on kindness and love. Those two always go together. Angel message: don't worry, we've got this. Stay in integrity in all your actions, and we will make sure that truth and fairness prevails. And that is what I've done, right? I've remained myself. I've remained with my integrity, with my values intact. I didn't let these people change me. I stayed myself. I didn't care who was mocking my gifts, who was nothing, because look, at the end of the day, none of these people are doing anything I'm interested in, that other people are interested in. They're not doing anything for humanity. They're not doing anything for anybody. Instead, they were trying to get all that money that they stole, that now they're facing criminal charges for. They were trying to keep that just for themselves because they're greedy. Well, come on. That's what narcissistic people hard.